everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Molly and
I'm Phil.
and we are Trips with the Joneses. I feel like this is a very apt background actually. This is your idea to sit here. We've got a big map on our dining room wall.
Yeah, we need to just focus it on Orlando and Barbados though.
Your favourite ones. Well, actually that leads us into the questions. So we'll be doing a Q&A today, and there might be a little surprise coming at the end of the vlog. I feel like we need a drum roll in. That's not a drum roll, is it?
Do I know the surprise?
Yes.
Okay. I thought it might have been like fourth child. So
No.
It's just a weird way to do it.
No, it's not a fourth child.
Good.
It's holiday and stuff.
Related. I'm with you.
Straight into the questions. First question is, favourite snack
How can you read that from here?
at Disney World? Because you have really bad eyesight, don't you? No offence. Favourite snack at Disney World? Oh, this is so hard. If you go in savoury,
Who asked it?
Castles and Coasters. Castles and Coasters couple. That's a mouthful. If you go savoury, it's cheeseburger spring rolls, isn't it? It has to be.
Is that?
And then if it's sweet, I just thought of something earlier. What was it?
Num Num cookies.
The num num.
Num Num cookie
Jack
in
Jack's num num cookie.
Jack Jack's Num Num cookie in Hollywood Studios. What's it called?
At Market, it's called.
At the market.
It's called Market.
On the way into Toy Story Land.
You love that cookie, don't you?
That's the best cookie.
It's just a good combination of like warm and gooey, but like crunchy.
I feel when we get asked this question, I always feel like we miss something obvious.
Yeah, same. Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is the I Love You float.
That's nice.
In Magic Kingdom.
And the at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, Queen of Hearts.
Or the Queen of Hearts slushie is really nice, but that's right on my street because it's all like cherry and chocolate and.
Well, it was like, was it not Fanta and ice cream?
That's the I Love You float.
Right.
It's a slushie
With white chocolate on top. Am I mixing the two drinks?
I don't think there's white chocolate on top of the I Love You float, but there is a white chocolate Queen of Hearts.
That's what I'm thinking of. It was really nice.
On that one. That was delicious.
Where'd you get that from?
I think that's from Magic Kingdom, but I think it's only on it.
Magic Kingdom.
You can get it from the Cheshire Cafe.
What was the Astro Orbiter?
And there's the launching pad under the Astro Orbiter. I think they're the only two places that do it. Next one is favourite cruise.
I still think we've missed some snacks.
Have you? Have we?
The it's not really a snack, but I suppose it is. The garlic toast.
Oh, that is so good.
Epcot at the American Pavilion.
At Regal Eagle.
Is very nice.
Mm-hmm. That is really good.
What were the teriyaki? The teriyaki bao buns.
They were nice, They were a couple of years ago though. I think last year when we went, they didn't have them. This was on the Food and Wine Festival, so it was on one of the booths in Japan.
Cheshire Cattail.
Cheshire Cattail's really good. Love that. But I feel like we're just going to list all the snacks that we love now.
I still feel like we're missing one. But anyway, we can also do the worst snacks.
Oh yeah, that'd be an interesting one.
I can't think of any now.
Well, I think at Restaurantosaurus, they've got what sounds amazing on the menu, a chicken burger, buttermilk chicken burger with garlic mayo, which is...
Where's that? Where's Restaurantosaurus?
Opposite Dinosaur.
Ah, okay.
But it sounds a lot nicer than it was. It was just a bit average. There wasn't really anything to it, but it's right up my street. I love those.
What's the snack that everyone buzzes off, but actually isn't very nice?
Mickey shaped pretzel?
Never had it. I'll tell you what I don't get. The turkey leg.
Yeah.
Even the smell.
Yeah. Noah our 9-year-old loves like chicken on the bone, so I feel like he would love it. Yeah.
I'm going to play football tonight, and I'm going to think about something. It's going to pop in my head. That's the one you don't like, and that's the one you do like.
You're going to,
I'm
or
sure
it'll be 3 o'clock in the morning.
There's something that everyone loves, but actually is really overrated. The one thing is the hot dog nuggets.
Oh, the corn dog nuggets. Not a fan of those.
No, they're not
They're
great.
just all batter and not really flavoursome batter.
Yeah.
But I've got a list of things I want to try on our October trip.
Yeah, we'll park it there.
Favourite cruise? Do you mean cruise line or ship? What would be your answer?
Well, cruise line...
has to be Disney.
It would, for quality of everything, it's Disney. from food to entertainment to service to ship is definitely
It's
Disney. But from a
amazing.
price point, it's hard to
Steer off your favourite.
It's just when you look at the price of Disney compared to P&O, which we cruise with a lot, and the standards are quite a lot different, but it's like a quarter of the price.
It is so much cheaper. Somebody was saying to me the other day, someone messaged me on Instagram and was saying, I've never done a cruise and it just puts me off because they're so expensive, aren't they? And I was thinking, I don't agree. I feel like it's so much cheaper than you would do a normal holiday for
what you get.
But you do all the booking and pricing. I just enjoy.
yeah, for what you get. So our most common, and the one we probably say was our favourite from everything, including price.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably say P&O because it's we can do as many as we want.
I think it's worth noting though that I've done one Disney cruise. Well, we've done one Disney cruise, but I've only ever done P&O other than that. I really want to do a Royal Caribbean though.
I've done one Royal Caribbean, which was good, but again, it's very expensive, and I'm just not sure the difference is worth it.
Is it similar to Disney cruises?
Price, yeah.
So I'd rather do a Disney cruise.
Yeah, so would I. And I've done one MSC and one Thompson, and I wouldn't recommend either.
Have you not done Princess?
No.
Right.
Mum and Dad have. I think that's similar to P&O.
Right.
So P&O, you've sort of got to accept that it's slightly cheaper, and therefore there are going to be a few things that probably frustrate you, but overall, it's 90% of it is really good, isn't it?
But I don't know what you're comparing it to for that, because if you compare it, well, if I compare it to like an all-inclusive hotel,
I'm comparing it to Disney though.
Right, okay, yeah, but I'm just thinking, if you compare it to a hotel, the standards on everything is just miles better.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the problem though. You start judging it again for like cruise against cruise. Whereas if you go Avia, which is our favourite ship because it's got mini golf and
that answers that question.
Lots of other things, like the 6th Street Diner and Olive Grove and loads of cool food spots. What was my point? Oh yeah, compare Avia to a standard 5-star Spanish all-inclusive, then there'd be no comparison whatsoever. Yeah,
Avia is so much better.
The quality of everything is so much better, and the price point will be like half again.
Yeah, which to us it's just a no-brainer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Favourite non-Disney holiday destination? That's hard.
What do you think? Favourite ever, or like favourite that we do?
Favourite ever?
I'd say. I mean, we've done some really cool, just Molly and I. Some cool American trips.
Yeah, like random towns and
really
cities.
Random places.
You just never go to usually.
Yeah, that we're going to some random places later in the year that we'll show you. But I have a soft spot for the Caribbean. So when we cruise around the Caribbean, that's like 2 birds, 1 stone.
We do that every January, February time.
Yeah. So there's a place where you just get off the ship, and there's
Bonaire.
Was it Bonaire? And there's a little jetty that you can jump off, and the sea's beautiful. And
I did a TikTok on that place, by the way, and how to find it and everything. If you want to go and watch it on my TikTok.
Yeah. So there were some islands in the Caribbean that I absolutely love. There were also some islands in the Caribbean that
aren't that great.
Are a bit like Blackpool. You've got to know where you're going to, and even on those islands. So one of the St. Martin, I think, and St. Vincent, those two I think are the worst islands. But some people say it depends where you go. If you pay for a taxi on the other side of the island, apparently it's lovely. So, but we haven't done that before.
No.
So maybe we'll do that in January.
I mean, I really like Barbados. And we've just done Carlisle Bay.
I like how you say that as if Barbados is like Benidorm. I really like Barbados.
Well, it's just because it's like the central hub of our cruising that I feel like we've done it so many times.
We always go to Carlisle Bay because you can walk.
Yeah.
It's
so pretty.
Just because we're massive Carlisle fans, we go there. You can walk there. It's probably about a half an hour walk, but it's only $5 US.
Yeah.
For a taxi, and they just chuck as many of you as they want in, don't they?
And you can see turtles, and there's a shipwreck, and it's a gorgeous white sand beach.
Yeah, it is very commercial.
But I quite like that. I like that you have access to everything.
That being sold to you, don't you?
Yeah. I want to be able to sit somewhere comfortable with a Coke and be able to access anything I want.
Yeah, whereas I think I'd rather try somewhere...
Off the beaten track.
Somewhere different next time.
Yeah. We should probably move on to...
Trying to think of anywhere else. Again, I can think of some places I wouldn't like.
We do really, really like La Caleta in Tenerife. We've done La Caleta a few times, and it's just it's so pretty and calm and quiet and relaxing, and
It's very
high-end,
serene, isn't it?
like, you know, good quality of everything, and it's just, it's a really nice space.
Yeah, there's a hotel there called the Royal Hideaway.
We did
Corallo Suites.
we compared it, didn't we, to our Abu Dhabi hotel on, like, was it day 3 vlog or something? So if you want to go and watch that and see differences between the two.
It's nice.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's nice for us just to get away. 4 hours flight, 4 nights. Yeah. It's a nice break, isn't it?
Okay, next question. Would you go back to Abu Dhabi? I think I would. I would quite like to see some more of, like, the different cool things you can do, like Ferrari World and was it Warner Brothers World? Mm-hmm. And, like, there's just a few different places that looks like you could have, like, an adventure kind of holiday. And yesterday, while we're filming this, a few days ago for you, Disney announced that they've just announced
a new park there.
A new park in Abu Dhabi. And there's a bit of controversy about it, isn't there?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I feel like it's not going to be as Disney-ish, though, anyway, because it's designed by them, but it's not managed by them or anything. So are they going to have the same magic? Who knows?
Yeah. There'll be a few differences as well, just from a cultural point of view.
Yeah.
It'll probably be a dry park, I'd imagine.
So I think
that, yeah. I mean, I liked it.
I'm not in a rush.
The question is always, when Molly and I get time, and we do get quite a lot of time, to be fair, to go away, and we felt it this time the most, we were going to this amazing 5-star hotel in Abu Dhabi, and there was a niggle that was probably Molly in the back of my head that kept going, but what if we could go to Disney instead? I even looked if I could change it at one point.
Oh.
So if that question's there are places that I have above it on the list, and so I'm not sure why we'd go back.
It would be cool to see, but
because if I said to you every single week, yes, we can go to Abu Dhabi or we can go to Disney World, I don't think there's a single week you'll go, let's do Abu Dhabi.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, so.
But it would be cool to see. I wouldn't turn it down.
Yeah, Yas Island, where those things are that you mentioned, is a cool place. And I've done the F1 there before, and it's an experience.
Yeah, that'd be cool to do. Okay, are you staying on site in October? So, for reference, we're going to Disney World in October for 2 weeks. Well, Universal for a few days, and then Disney for 10 days with just us 2 and 3 kids. Are we staying on site? Yes, we're staying on site. I don't know if this is referencing Disney or Universal because I mentioned both, but we're staying on site for both, aren't we? We're staying at the Lowe's Royal Pacific. Is that right?
I've stayed there before.
Oh yeah, at Universal. And then in Disney we're staying at Port Orleans Riverside, which is really exciting.
Yeah, and we've never stayed there before, have we? We usually always just stay at the All Stars.
We've done value and we've done deluxe. We've never done moderate, have we? So it'll be interesting to do. My aim, I'll say to Phil, is to do all the Disney resorts.
Yeah, I don't see the value in the deluxe. So Animal Kingdom Lodge we stayed in, and I don't see a huge difference between that and All Stars. I like how simple All Stars is,
and
it feels like you like it's real America,
and it feels really like Disney.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
Whereas Animal Kingdom Lodge it felt like you were being ripped off.
No, I loved Animal Kingdom Lodge. But it's just a different vibe. It depends what vibe you want, I think.
It was quite cool to wake up and there was like a giraffe outside your window.
That was amazing. Quite cool. Phil, it was amazing to have that.
Yeah, that was...
He's so spoilt now.
You can't say I'm spoilt when I'm recommending All Stars.
Yeah, okay.
I would do All Stars every time, but now we've got 3 flipping kids. We can't get room for 5. You can... But one has to be in a cot, and now Cassie's 2. He doesn't class. Or Cassie would be 3.
We'd have to get 2 rooms.
Yeah, so 2 rooms is more expensive than the 5 sleeper in some other resorts.
Okay, next question. Have you been on many cruises? Have you been on many cruises? I think I was trying to tally them up the other day, how many I've done. I think it's 9 or 10, and we've got 3 more booked for the next 10 months or so.
Yeah, what was mine? I got a printout last time because they'd messed something up, hadn't they? So it was something like 26.
Yes, we have cruised a lot. We love cruises, don't we?
And we've got Avia, Britannia.
Yeah. So Avia in 2 weeks from when you're watching this, and then Britannia is in
Maybe.
August.
2 weeks from when you're recording
Yeah,
this.
it's going live on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then, so when it goes up, it'll be 2 weeks, whenever you
We
watch
expect
it.
all of you to watch it immediately.
Yes. And then Britannia in August, and then Britannia again in the Caribbean in Jan. How is it cruising the Caribbean with kids? Good question.
The cruising bit is
Yeah.
just as easy as from... So it's a 4 hour time difference. So that doesn't really bother them, does it, that amount of time?
I don't know if it's just because we go away so often. I don't know if they're just used to it. It doesn't seem to bother them that much, does it? Time differences.
Yeah, we don't take them. The 4 hours is the most we take them, really, as is Disney. But Disney's fine because you want to be up at 6 a.m. anyway.
Rope drop. We've got to be on it.
So that's probably 3 hours back straight away against their clock. And then they're so busy, they're so tired, they just go to sleep.
But the Caribbean is really cool for them to be able to experience and explore.
Yeah. And Noah and Rosie love swimming in the sea, so it's a nice warm sea. It's an amazing place. I love the Caribbean.
It's safe as well, I think, doesn't it?
Ish, but in a nice way. Like, they don't care for rules, really, do they? Like, you'll get a water taxi. If you can find one lifeboat on that boat, you're pretty lucky.
Yeah,
and they'll have holes all over it.
I mean, more like, don't feel like they're going to murder you.
No, not quite. But the flights... Well, the flights are the flights, aren't they? Because it's overnight flights, so...
That's the next question.
Our 2-year-old was a nightmare.
How is flying long haul with kids? Noah and Rosie, I don't know if it's just because they're at that age now that they're so easy to fly with that they just watch their iPads the whole time. I did a TikTok recently on, like, the rules that we have for a travel day. And one of them is just unlimited screen time, because that is not the day to be limiting screen time.
Yeah, the rule is you must watch something, isn't it?
Get that iPad on now.
Yeah, the problem is though, Cass is 2 and he's only just sort of getting into watching things. I mean, we don't force him to watch things, but whenever he does, he's interested for 5 minutes. Flying back from the Caribbean, flying there was fine, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was all right. There was lots to entertain him, wasn't there?
But flying back, and so we needed him to sleep, and there was some people on the flight that didn't appreciate children crying.
It's because he was overtired. He'd missed his nap. Sorry, did I interrupt you then?
No, I interrupted you.
Oh. Well, you should be sorry then.
I am sorry.
He missed his nap, and so he was really overtired, and so we were like, right, we'll just get him to sleep on the plane, and then he just wouldn't go.
It was a vicious circle of Cass crying because he wanted to go to sleep, us trying to get him to sleep, the people in front getting annoyed at Cass crying, so us getting stressed at Cass crying even more, and it just went on for... It was only about 5 hours, wasn't it? And then we landed.
That was awful, though.
So...
As I got on the plane as well, literally as I stepped foot, I just got a migraine, like really bad. And I literally had to ask the air hostess for 2 bits of ice, and I just put bits of ice on my eyelids and just sat there as Cass was crying, like, please stop. So that was horrendous. But that was the worst flight I think we've ever had with the kids.
I think so. And you're all right on a flight, aren't you?
I'm okay. Just give me my snacks.
And your bed.
Right.
Your menu.
Yeah, business class. Are you doing Epic in October? Depends who you ask. If you ask me, then probably. If you ask him, probably not.
Every question, I feel like I'm taking towards money. What we're trying to work out from lots of different places is it worth £500 for one day?
Well, a little bit of backstory is that we have this travel agent, so don't ask me about travel agents because I'm kind of...
What? You should become a travel agent.
No. I've had so many of these messages. We don't need any travel agents. No, thank you. I'm fine. You're like my travel agent, and you have your own travel agent, so
bank.
I'm fine. I just enjoy the holiday. I don't want to do anything else. Anyway, so our travel agent, we said we wanted to go to Universal for 4 days. Was it 3 days? I was under the impression that she would just get 4-day tickets that included Epic, but she didn't. I don't know if that's because it wasn't out. Yeah, and so I just thought, yeah, we're going to Epic, but we weren't. That's on me, but. Now we're debating whether it's worth an extra... Well, it was £600, wasn't it?
It was a lot. And let's be honest, we're going to be back in Orlando pretty soon.
Yeah.
We're more likely to do it the next time.
Yeah. And, I mean, part of me would love to go, and Noah would be so excited to see, like, Nintendo World and everything, wouldn't he? I am a bit apprehensive about how long the lines are going to be and how packed it's going to be. And I'm hoping that, because it's new... the other Universal parks will be quieter, and even Disney maybe.
So we don't get the fast pass in Epic from our hotel.
No, You buy that.
All right. Because we get fast pass from our hotel.
Yeah, but I don't know how long they'll keep that in. I'm assuming at some point they will include Epic. But
and
right now it's not.
We'll just go then.
Okay. Last
question.
Time for
one question.
Sorry, he's going to football. One more question. Favourite ever holiday destination? We've kind of already answered this with non-Disney. So including Disney. Would Disney be your favourite, or would what? I can't remember what you said.
My favourite holiday of the year is when the Fray play in Epcot.
So Phil is a big Fray fan. Fray that sing How to Save a Life. We both love them.
And many others.
Yes, but what you may know. And they usually August, September, isn't it?
It was August one year. We took the kids and it was absolutely boiling. It was like 50. It took us about an hour to get around the Epcot Lake.
They play Eat to the Beat. Basically,
yes,
which
there's
is
a festival called Food and Wine, and they put concerts on called Eat to the Beat.
You can buy a dining package.
Yeah, and every year the Fray play 3 half-an-hour slots on 2 consecutive days.
So 6.
So we go to all 6. Between every show, I go and get a couple of beers, and by the end, we're in a pretty good mood. Well, we were anyway, but in a better mood. And then we have a meal afterwards at 9 o'clock. So
we've taken the kids one year and we've gone just us 2 one year, haven't we?
Yeah.
And that's what we love to do.
That's my favourite day of a holiday.
Of any holiday in the whole year.
Yeah.
I think Disney is just for me.
Just Disney.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I love Disney, but I just love Orlando and Florida. And so just a Florida holiday. And
we want to move there. We would want to move there. If you know anyone.
If Trump or whoever is in charge will give us a visa, then please.
Yeah, if you know anyone selling green cards.
Last thing to just say is the announcement I mentioned at the beginning is the other night, what did we do?
We booked another Disney trip. So that's
March.
It's a March, and you wanted to stay in a
Skyliner resort.
So where are we staying?
Caribbean Beach Resort. Do we need to go? Do you want me to finish
Yes, need to go. We have no kids.
Okay, Phil can hop off and I'll finish off this. Okay, say bye. Yeah, I want to stay in a Skyliner resort, and so I was looking at Pop because it's just a value resort, isn't it? And it would be really cool to see like the Radiator Springs area. So that was my thinking, and so I spoke to Phil about it and we're like, right, okay, let's have a look. And then we noticed that the dining package that's included on the Disney packages that you book with this deal that's now out, if you're staying in a value resort, I didn't realise, only includes 1 meal and a drink with that meal every day. And so we priced it up how much we'd spend on food, that we would spend about the same amount extra in food if we were staying in Pop than it would cost to upgrade to moderate. And so we went for Caribbean Beach Resort. I'm so excited. If anyone stayed there before, I'm going to get Phil to put in a request for a certain kind of room. I think probably the Jamaica area, but if anyone stayed at Caribbean Beach Resort before, is that a good place to stay? Is that a good little location, little area? Because I want to be close to everything without paying for the preferred room. So let me know in the comments if you stayed there before and any tips you've got for Caribbean Beach Resort. And any tips for Port Orleans Riverside as well, because I'm so excited for that. So yeah, we're seeing 5 days next year in March, just me and Phil. My mom, I mean, I've said this over and over, but I'm going to say it again. She's an angel and she just loves to have the kids, and she'll have them days, maybe a week at a time. She loves it, they love it. It's great for us to be able to have that one-on-one time, just me and Phil, next year for 5 days. But so excited for that. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It means so much. And let me know your thoughts on any of the things that we've mentioned or talked about today. Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you next time. Bye!